This is our inaugural edition of The Right to Remain Silent. This is where we're going to call out a couple of people where they just need to be quiet. Therefore, they have the right to remain silent. So, Red, do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I'll start it off, Mike.
Who has the right to remain silent, Red?
Well, first off, the first person, the first subject in this right to remain silent, and boy, does this guy need to exercise his right. Mohamad Sanu, number 2 wide receiver of my Atlanta Falcons. My Atlanta Falcons who lost the Super Bowl this year. Do you guys know what Mohamad Sanu said recently? This NFL athlete, this big-time wide receiver, part of one of the best offenses in NFL history, part of the Yak Boys, my Atlanta Falcons, had the nerve to suggest the reason the Falcons possibly blew the Super Bowl is because, and believe me, y'all, I cannot make this stuff up.
Oh, here it goes.
Lady Gaga and her halftime show running overtime. Are you freaking kidding me, dog? You, an NFL player. I have never in my life heard of anybody who lost the Super Bowl blaming it on the halftime show. Okay, and let me just break down Mohamad Sanu's numbers. 2 catches for 25 yards, y'all. 2 catches for 25 yards.
That's Lady Gaga's fault, Red.
No, but the 2 catches were after halftime. You big dummy. They were after halftime. So obviously, your stupid point, you're going to contradict your own stupid point because you didn't show up the first half, Mohamad Sanu. So let me guess. What's the reason you didn't show up the first half? The reason you went catchless in the first half? Was it because the national anthem was sung a little bit too long? Was it because the National Guard saluted to the skies a little too long? That's why you didn't get off to your hot start? Because you obviously said the team had a bad start in the second half. You didn't have a bad start. The only thing you did in the game was at the halftime. So obviously Lady Gaga and her 20-minute halftime show didn't affect you. So who you talking about, Mohamad? You trying to call out some of your teammates under the bus silently? You trying to call out your coordinator silently? Look, dog, keep your mouth shut, okay?
He has a right to remain silent.
You have a right to remain silent. And if you're going to say something, don't say no wacky excuse like the dog on halftime show and Lady Gaga. Keep Lady Gaga and her beautiful, pretty butt out of your mouth, okay? She has nothing to do with my Falcons choke job. That is all on you and the entire 53-man roster and the coaching staff of the Falcons, okay? Lady Gaga ain't got nothing to do with this Mohamad Sanu. What is wrong with you putting the blame on her? The blame is on you and your 2 catches for 25 yards because none of those catches were impactful, okay? Whew. I'm about to have a heart attack over here, man.
Red couldn't hold his peace.
That's the worst thing I ever heard in my life. A guy blaming a halftime show going along is the reason we blew a 25-point lead in the Super Bowl.
Oh, my goodness. You got it all out before I start? Are you good? So, in other words, Mohamad Sanu has the right to remain silent.
He needs the right to take a slap across the face, man. Somebody need to jaw him one time. That's what he got a right to. Because that's just the worst excuse I ever heard, man. But yeah, we'll be nice and safe for right now. Just be quiet. Be quiet and get ready for next season. You just need to stay silent, man. You just making the loss even worse when you come up with whack excuses like that.
Yeah. I almost fell out of my bed when I heard that statement that he blamed Lady Gaga for the reason why the Falcons pulled the biggest choke job in Super Bowl history. That's unbelievable. But Red gave his right to remain silent award to Mohamad Sanu. I'm going to be a little bit calmer. But this guy that I'm about to give my right to remain silent award is getting on my last nerve. And it's a guy whose kid hasn't even made $1 playing basketball yet. And this guy I'm talking about is blessed to have 3 sons who are all talented ball players. But yet, he wants to steal his son's spotlight and be like Tupac and put all eyes on him. And therefore, this guy's name is LaVar Ball, the father of the point guard, freshman phenom, Lonzo Ball, who plays for UCLA.
I love him.
This is also the father of the son named LaMelo Ball, who scored 92 bootleg points for Chino Hills High School in California. Also, he has another son named LaAngelo Ball, who's a senior at Chino, and actually, he was the leading scorer of last year's team, even with Lonzo Ball being on the team. So it's clear this guy has 3 talented sons. This guy, LaVar Ball, the father, actually played in the NFL for a while. He was a tight end for the New York Jets, Carolina Panthers.
Okay, that explains a lot.
It's clear that LaVar was not known.
Oh.
Because I had to use Google to find out he played in the NFL. So it's clear he played in the 90s. I ain't never heard of him.
With the Panthers, too. I ain't never heard of him.
So therefore, it appears to me that he's trying to live his dream through his sons.
Joe Jackson wannabe.
And now, the reason why he has the right to remain silent, because he really soon should be locked up for child abuse. And this is why I say he should be locked up for child abuse. Because once his son declares for the NBA draft after this season, and all the stuff that this dude has said in favor of his son, which is really not in his favor, where his son right now is better than, he didn't say Darren Collison. Mm-hmm. This man did not say Dennis Schroeder.
Mm-hmm. Or even Damian Lillard.
He didn't even say Damian Lillard. This dude had the audacity to say his freshman guard son is better than Steph Curry. Are you kidding me? The best player in the league for the past 2 years, the MVP, and he said if you put his son on the Golden State Warriors and put Steph on UCLA, his son would do more than Steph Curry.
Shut up.
The 2-time MVP, an NBA champ. Are you kidding me?
I thought you were going to remain calm.
No, I could. As I'm thinking about it, he has the right to remain silent. Anything he says else will be held against him.
I agree. Woo! Calm down.
But not only did he say that, he has the audacity to say that his son should only play for the Los Angeles Lakers. Who are you to dictate who your son should play for?
Leave my team out of it, man.
Are you kidding me? You should be happy that your son is drafted.
Yes.
You are talking as if he's the next coming. I know Red's not going to like this, but it's the truth. You're acting like he's the next coming of LeBron James.
Yep.
Are you kidding me? This kid is not the chosen one.
No.
You got the audacity to compare him to Steph Curry. Do you understand, Dad, Ball, that your son plays for UCLA, but Steph Curry played for Davidson and put a small team, small college on the map?
On his back.
On his back. Do you understand? Steph Curry had no other McDonald All-Americans on his team.
I will.
He had nothing but physics majors on his team.
Yeah.
Engineers on his team. Those kids wasn't thinking about playing no professional basketball.
No.
They were thinking about what firm or what medical school I'm going to go to after I finish my career. Steph Curry was the only legitimate person who had a chance to play pro basketball. Steph Curry was undersized, but still was a 2-time All-American at Davidson.
Great,
Who's the last person you've heard come out of Davidson since Steph Curry left that school?
Nobody.
You want to know what the answer is? Nobody.
Didn't even know Davidson existed before Steph got there.
Exactly. And then in Steph's last year, his junior year before he declared for the draft, he beat NC tourney perennial team Gonzaga.
Yeah.
Beat Georgetown when they were good. He beat Wisconsin in the regional semifinals and lost by 2 points to Kansas. And you got the nerve to compare your son against Steph Curry, who's proven in college, who's proven in the NBA. You ought to be locked up next year. And your son should give you some choice words when he's getting dusted next year by Steph Curry. I hope Steph Curry wipes the floor off with your son. Just to teach you a lesson. I'm going to pray for your son because he's innocent in this. But you deserve to see your son get mopped up and down the court because of your foolishness.
Mollywop.
Then he got the nerve to talk about my son is the only one who's going to come into the league with a brand. Are you kidding me?
You have the right. You have the absolute right to remain silent, LaVar Ball. And I'm going to calm the Rev down and get him some water or something right here. Boy, I tell you, talking about the NBA with him is like talking about the football with me. I love my football and this man love his basketball. And he don't believe in, if it ain't about team, you know this man going to have a problem with it.
And this guy doesn't even realize he's actually hurting his son's, his son's draft status.
You think people don't hear this stuff? And you think the NBA players not going to get on your son and make it tough for your son when he come into the league? I'm like, oh, your daddy said, what? Boom! They're going to give you an elbow. They're gonna body him up. They're going to do everything. They are going to do everything possible to prove your son's toughness and his manhood. And if he ain't as tough as you say he is, we're going to find out, Mr. Ball.
Let me give him
one. Going to get tried.
Let me say one more thing before I put this thing to rest.
Go ahead, Real.
Mr. Ball, have you seen the competition that your son is playing against versus the competition that Steph Curry played against when he was in college?
Number wannabes
Now, let me give you 3 years of college All-Americans when Steph Curry played at Davidson.
Break it down, Real.
In 06-07, Steph's freshman year, where he averaged 21.5 points per game for Davidson. Between the first, second, and third team All-Americans, you had Aaron Afalo, a pro, Kevin Durant, Greg Oden, Joakim Noah, Al Horford, Jared Dudley, Aaron Brooks, Tyler Hansborough. All of those players had multiple years in the NBA. His sophomore year, Steph's sophomore year, 07-08, he averaged 25.9 points a game. Steph Curry, as a sophomore, was an All-American, along with Kevin Love, DJ Augustin, Michael Beasley, Roy Hibbert, Darren Collison, Eric Gordon, Brooke Lopez, and Derrick Rose, who was an MVP in the NBA. Then Steph's junior year, Steph averaged 28.6 points per game. Once again, Steph was an All-American, along with James Harden, Blake Griffin, Tyler Hansborough again, DeJuan Blair, Ty Lawson, and Gerald Henderson. Now, Mr. Ball, before you proclaim your son to be the next big thing, look at who were the preseason All-Americans for your son's era in college basketball. Grayson, I don't know how to control my temper, Allen from Duke. Markelle Fultz. Josh Hart. Who? Josh Jackson is a solid ball player from Kansas.
Him now.
But he's not going to wreck the NBA next year.
Way. None of these guys.
Dylan Brooks from Oregon. Monte Morris from Iowa State. Melo Trimble. Now, here's the thing that you need to understand. Most of the guys that I just mentioned, besides one player, are juniors and seniors. And in the current NCAA, if you are a junior or senior, you're not one of the best players. Because we are now in the one and done era of college basketball, and the great players in college basketball players don't see their sophomore years. So therefore, Mr. Ball,
definitely don't see their junior or senior year.
Exactly. They're long gone. Mr. Ball, you have the right to remain silent. Please don't say nothing else. You think you're building your son's brand, but you're really building your son's beatdown. That will come when he declares for the draft in the draft after the season. And understand, point guard in the NBA is one of the toughest positions to play.
Exactly.
Do you understand? You're going to call out Steph Curry, but also your son's going to have to play against Russell Westbrook, Damian Lillard, CP3, John Wall,
he ain't going to be able to handle it.
Isaiah Thomas, Kyle Lowry, and the list goes on and on and on.
Drew Holiday.
Oh my God. I mean, you have the right to remain silent. Please keep silent. Don't say nothing else. You've said too much. I'm done.
Done.